I am confused by you, Lightning War. Not the concept of the Lightning War. Blitzkrieg is a relatively simple idea. However, Ink Games' 2020 game and their only game, Lightning War, is a skirmish RPG about World War Fantasy Edition. Not a weird war either. This takes place in an entirely unique fantasy setting, except everyone has a gun. Fascist Italy and Britannian elves invade Malaya to invade America. Everyone rolls up and bam, it's time for World War fun. With the lore out of the way, this is a war game, as in a TTRPG about war. The system itself is a roll under dice ladder, which the difficulty determines what dice is actually being rolled. If it's easy, you'll be rolling a d6. If it's hard, a d10, etc., etc. The core system itself isn't the most inspired thing in the world, with most attributes being relatively low by most standards, encouraging you to use the standard array. Just use it seriously. From there, you make your team, which is you, the central character, which has a role, and two grunts, which are useless, but they do act as meat bags and offer you some useful tools to your arsenal. I made a point to say unique earlier because the offerings of races are cinderfolk, dwarves, ratlings, humans, and orcs. The classes, on the other hand, are a bit of a grab bag, including things like the magic flinging arc, or the order shouting officer, or an asshole with a radio. There are only 6 grunts to actually choose from to round out your team, and after that, you're done. Each role and class has a set of perks and abilities to it, with most being a traditional assortment of small benefits. Dwarves even receive dark vision and stone cunning. Each role also has 8 perks to choose from, starting with only a single one at level 1. The main meat of the game actually comes from the combat, which takes place primarily on a grid, though rules for theater of the mind are also available, but the rules clearly aren't designed around them. Now, combat is broken into the lightning and thunder phase, with characters opting to go for the lightning going first, but only have a single action, while those in the thunder phase receive 2 actions. This works well. Each attack isn't necessarily an armor class or anything like that, but instead determined by the character's weapon range, being a difficulty to hit using it. If you're within a weapon's range, you'll be rolling a d6. If you're pretty far, it'll be a d10 or even a d12. Various other weapons such as melee, explosives, all have different rules using the same idea. Now let's say you do land a hit. You're going to be hit in a body part. Each limb has 4 health. Once it hits 0, it's fucking destroyed. If it hits your head or your chest, you're instantly dead if it hits 0. Any limb has pretty severe consequences as well, and most of the guns in the game do at least 1d6 damage. To save your ass from this, the game does offer the memento and memories mechanic, which once per session you can have a flashback and bam, all the damage has been avoided, or one of your grunts can get shot, die violently, choking on the blood as they desperately grasp where their chest cavity used to be, but then you can take a memento off of them and level up your stats slightly. The game itself is actually very simple, clocking in only about 88 pages, but it's simple, but it's fine. I would say Lightning War is uninspired, but a more accurate phrase would be part 1 of a trilogy that will never be released. Throughout the book, they make mention of smaller things, and if you look a bit deeper, you realize the game doesn't actually let you play things like elves, hobgoblins, or goblins, and they mention the lizard kingdoms once in a bit as well. I find it strange because for every interesting idea, it pulls back to safety. I was looking for something a bit weirder, a bit stranger with this idea. My final conclusion is that Lightning War is a game of wasted potential, charging you almost $20 for something passing as a, oh, that's kind of neat, more than actually anything of value. My name is Notepad, and this was Lightning War. If you like what I do here, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And a many thanks to the plutocrats. Sir, don't panic. I see an elf.